And this dance wherever you may be also, because I used to do a lot of rural touring, and in within that I would do some of my classical work. I would ask people to send me poems or stories that they like, and I would make a piece around that so that there is a connection. And then I would also send a request to ask them if there are songs that they love singing that they would sing, and my musician also would sing and drum with them, and I would dance. And this dance, wherever you may be, dance. So that song, wherever I went, everybody sang, and I loved that song. And of course, in India, it's a very pluralistic society. Diversity is India. This is a song, this is a hymn that I have always heard in India also being sung. So something that connects me to people. Another story. Because I love people so much, I have to tell you this story, everyone. But Fenella, like one day I was standing at a bus stop, and on that day I was wearing a Indian dress. So a lot of Somalian women, wearing their scarves, and some of them in hijab. They looked at me, said, "Indian?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Oh, you know Bollywood songs?" I said, "Yeah, do you know?" So immediately at the bus stop, they started singing, "Aja, Aja, Raja, Raja, मैं हूँ प्यार तेरा," and we were singing this song there. And immediately for me, like, I don't have to, it's like stereotypes, they just vanish. Because here are women, you might think, Somalian, and we connected. So I have got lots of stories like this, where dance, movement, and people have connected with me. Thanks, Anusha, for your answer. Your work is such a broad range of setting that it must be sometimes difficult to navigate the requirements of the brief with. Actually, not. The other way is harder for me. I have to say I'm an Indian, so Rupa might connect with this really well. So Indians, I have to tell you this story. So as I said, I've got lots of European students. So often I would ask them, "You must travel to India and learn," and I would tell them that if you go to India and train with my teacher, that there might be lots of things happening in the house. Don't get distracted. You have to keep your focus. So after first few days, I'll get a call. "Anusha, they are very good teachers, but she's bringing her kitchen work in the class. She's cutting vegetables as she's teaching me, or so her granddaughter is coming." I said, "Are you interested in cutting her vegetables or in being focused in your dance?" So there is something about the nature of India, and it is very fluid. And a very simple example, if you ever go to museums, or you can do it now online, look at a very old Indian sculpture or painting. It's very fluid. Everything happens in the same space. There are two spaces. There's one called Gandhara sculpture, which was influenced by the Greek. So when the Greeks entered India, suddenly in Gandhara sculpture, you start getting blocks of stories, not this fluidity. So, you'll have the dog barking, you will have everything happening. And I suppose the metaphorical or symbolic ideas, you have to keep focused. So you can do many, many things. When I learned my driving, that's what I said to the instructor. He said, "Don't worry, you're very good. You'll drive well." I said, "No, I'm worried because in India, when somebody cuts here, you will just say, 'Why are you doing?' and you'll just go. If you take a wrong turn, it's okay. Everybody understand. But here, if you take a wrong turn, there's a so how do you deal with that?" So there is this. I don't know. There's a sense of acceptance that happens. Which is your favorite group you work with? Everyone. I had written very quickly, since this November 2019 till when COVID happened, lockdown happened, I created a piece called Chuk Chuk on train journey for early years. This was a commission by Southeast Dance, and then I worked for Spine Festival, which happens in all libraries across London. I was based in Paddington Library. I worked with Afro-Caribbean poet on water, and then I made a piece, the autism-friendly performance piece, which is an R&D. So I love working with people and anybody, and that sometimes is my challenge. So if you asked me a question, what is your challenge, Anusha? What do you find hard? It's to understand, how to balance my time around work. And the thing is, I don't think is call it work. So it's like, how do I balance my time? I want to do this, I want to do that, and it also gets me to meet so many people. So doing all this rural touring, all of the schoolwork really helped me understand and connect to Britain. And I feel really thrilled to be part of Britain today, to be part of the diversity in Britain, to be able to contribute to Britain. I really feel very privileged, and it's a pleasure to do that.